Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We're all welcome to this session of panel discussion. It is important to know that this panel is made up of overseas students of Sika Baptist College. Be as well informed that our theme for this panel discussion is the vision of the girl child for the future. And so, stick around with us to get the wonderful thoughts and minds of these young ladies present here today. I am called Siri Rebecca, and I am a moderator. Each year on the 11th of October, we celebrate the International Day for the Girl Child. This year, our theme is the girl's vision for the future. Ms. Acharya Joy, what is this girl's vision for the future all about?
Good day to everyone. When we talk about a girl's vision for the future, we live in a society where girls want to build their self-confidence in such a way that they can do what they want and pursue careers of their choice and not have to live in a male-dominated society, such as in those times where only boys were allowed to go to school and girls were limited to some level of education. Now, I'd love you to see that the present times in which we find ourselves, girls are hoping and dreaming for a future where they can be able to make a way for themselves, and some even have the desire to occupy those male-dominated positions. In summary, a girl's vision for the future is all about the derogatory state of a girl child in aspiration and dream for the future. I am Achari Joy. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this wonderful insight, Ms. Acharya Joy. Implying that we as girls have been restricted and limited in so many ways, as you earlier heard. We would now like to know, what ways have these our rights been restricted? How are we being limited or derogated from our rights? We would now like to get Ms. Lokaloni's point of view on this subject.
Leonie Loka is my name, and I am going to lecture a girl in her suppressed, marginalized, poor and ill-treated state. In her ill-treated state, we see that in some cultures, girls are still betrothed to men before birth and at early ages. They are forced to be submissive to these men. This leads to early pregnancies, thus early birth. This brings us to the fact that in her suppressed state, girls are vulnerable to rape, torture, and murder because they are underestimated and are often seen as weak. A girl in her marginalized state is deprived of education, limited to stay home, and sacrificed a lot that people don't see. Thus, her potentials are not harnessed. Furthermore, girls are trafficked in what we call today sex trafficking. They are forced into prostitution and act as sex slaves to men who are older than them and maybe younger than them. As you see, the state of a girl is pathetic.
And now, over to you, Ms. Chanel Diku.
Good evening. My name is Chanel Dikum, and I'll be adding a few to what my classmates said. Stereotypes are much more of what I'll presume a battle in our society. Some people are reluctant to change. Some people are reluctant in changing their archaic mindset on a girl child. Some beliefs created by God knows who are still implemented on a girl child. Furthermore, societal norms are so alarming in our society that they cannot be left out. In some religions, some girls are considered unclean when on their period. In like manner, a point which aches my heart so much is the disgusting malpractice carried out in small villages termed the female genital mutilation, where a girl is ill-treated under the pretext of preventing her from social ills. Thank you.
Now, we would like to get from Ms. Mikingu.
Greetings, everybody. I am Mikingu. To add to what my classmates have said, we all live in a world where gender bias is almost the order of the day. To begin, girls are faced with a lot of barriers in the sense that opportunities, chances are offered to boys irrespective of those of who has more potential. To continue, we girls have suffered the pain of breast ironing and other forms of female genital mutilation. In conclusion, we girls have been made to understand that certain positions in the society can only be occupied by the opposite gender, making us feel inferior. Thank you.
Thank you very much, young ladies, for this highlight. So we do believe as girls we can do better. But I would now like to know, what do you think we girls can do? What are these visions for the future which have been made by our girls, which have made us to understand that we can break this derogatory state which we are in? We would now like to hear from Miss Tassie Lois, her idea on this subject.
Barriers that kept girls in a tight, ugly state have been broken in the vision of a girl child.
Like in the past, when men were placed at the topest positions and girls at the lower party, or when men were given the high ranks and girls denied of opportunities. Today, girls are standing tall, used as a point of reference, and they are given opportunities to lead people, showing good examples of who to look up to. Also, girls have been granted scholarships, opening their chances for higher education. And these girls have their PhDs, bachelor's degrees, and others all around the world. Thank you.
Over to you now, Miss Ngale Brini.
Thank you very much, Ms. Rebecca, for giving me the opportunity to speak. I think Galebrini, I'm proud to add to what my classmate has just said. Women are now engaging themselves into politics, coming as a result of their determination and the vision they have for themselves in the future. Using our very own Her Excellency Nalova Pauline Lunga, who excels not only in her office but also in her home. In addition, positions which were secured for men in the past are now being dominated by women who have proven to have great potentials. Using the military force as an example, where girls are not expected to have such capabilities, but here we are today, looking at girls in the military who have proven to have those capabilities and potentials. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Miss Ngale Brini. And now, lastly, we would like to get from Miss Ikome Elmi. The floor is yours.
Thank you for giving me the floor, Miss Rebecca. I'm Ikome Monjoa Elmi. When we talk about positive impact, we see girls of this new era taking it as a trend. And at this juncture, we have seen wonderful women creating impact everywhere they go. To conclude, as the saying goes, so much is given, much is expected. Girls of this generation have been given more opportunities such as education and job opportunities. This has come a long way to build the self-esteem of young and vibrant girls, pushing them forward to that vision they have for the future. Thank you very much.
With all these enlightening thoughts from these young ladies, we can now see that we as girls are capable of wonders, and together we can break these barriers which have been placed on our right. Thank you very much for your participation. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. This was the panel discussion on the girls' vision for the future, and I am called Siri Rebecca, your moderator. Have a wonderful day.